Jamie.
I'm Lyle. And so we are here to do a poem that we wrote together. They call them team pieces in the slam poetry environment. This is just a 3-minute poem about some of our, not necessarily ours even, some universal experiences that students have had with teachers in their lives, good and bad, and how that relates to our outcome as students and as people of the world. Anyone want to say about that?
I think he said that.
Great. I've been at sea for a long time. I've been chasing the ghost of port for a long time, and I haven't not felt seasick in a long time. Each year, a lighthouse shines on in the distance, and we make way towards it. Hoist the mainsail, and we set sail towards the beacon.
For the past 10 years of my life, I have been the captain of a lifeboat in the riptide of public education. Our educators, the lighthouses,
and our courses set towards them.
My 8th grade lighthouse was a woman with arms made of lumens, striking waters with uneven distribution and lighting up the deepest parts of us. She took our timid grains of sand and shaped us into pearls, hurled her teachings like they were the last waves on earth, so she had to make them count, made sure they were rough enough so that we could feel what it was like to have a little salt in our eyes and feel the weight of her overwhelming belief in us. She taught perseverance through the act of treading water. But by the time treading water manifested into muscles and we were strong enough to reach her beacon's base, she flicked off. And so the end of another school year meant the extinguishing of our navigating star.
Isn't it funny how a lighthouse looks, acts, and feels like a searchlight even though it's not searching for you?
It's just reminding you of her presence. Tall and magnetic, that light is only temporary. But the sea legs that they've helped you earn will be the ones you walk with for the rest of your life.
But while some lighthouses claim the quality of saving grace, others leave you feeling dead in the water. So I was told by my 3rd grade lighthouse that my opinion was inferior, and then voicing it in the same room as hers was arguing. So I cast my lines off, was sent to her room to write lines. I proclaimed that I will not argue with the teacher 1,000 times over and over like a crew that only knows one sea shanty. I broke my pencil like she broke my will, broke my master too. When I asked to sharpen it, she took a chance to sharpen her wit and asked me if I would also like to write about why I should come prepared next time. So I grinned and bared it, battened down my hatches and submerged it. 787, I decided enough was enough and handed it in under the pretenses of 1,000 times. She gave me the eyes. Her glance more sea monster than sea siren, but she accepted it. She gave it a once-over, 500 words aside as I prepared my warship, 500 guns aside as she looked over my page and it was practically worship. She was just asserting her presence, tall and magnetic, teaching me lessons I will walk with for the rest of my life. Dear lighthouse, you are only one of many that will guide my course in this sea.
But while some of you teach navigation,
others leave us peg-legged and waterlogged in a world of false light. Dear lighthouse,
do you know how many lives your spectrum encompasses?
You have trained us to be the sailors we are today. Some of us pirates,
some of us privateers.
Some days I wish I could sail back to them. Let them see me as the captain of my life, sailing my ship with its own crew, and tell them that all of this was in spite of you.
Was because of you.
Whether or not you are aware, you have carved yourselves into the wood of our hulls, and you have grown us.
For years that have felt like moments, you've been our lights, shining on places within us that we did not know existed.
Until you finally flicked off.